Hey everyone, Rob here. Today I want to change things up just a little bit. I was thinking about what have I listened to most recently that I think others would truly enjoy hearing about. And that's primarily going to be what my video focuses on for today. But before I go ahead and start on that, I want to share with you a pretty exciting week that happened last Thursday and Friday. My girlfriend and we went to Broad Ripple, Indiana, and I had the great pleasure of seeing one of my very favorite singer and songwriters of all time in concert at the Vogue Nightclub Theater there in Broad Ripple. Who am I talking about? Well, this is Aimee Mann. And long story short, I saw Aimee there at the Vogue, yes, in Broad Ripple, probably close to 30 years ago. It was in the mid 90s sometime. I'm guessing probably 95, 96, somewhere in there. And ironically, after the concert was over, I was walking back to my car, and in a parking lot behind the Vogue, I ran into Aimee Mann. She was going to her tour bus, and we stopped and had a conversation. Not very long, but it's just one of those rare moments you're just not expecting, and then boom, there it is, and it happens, and it's ultra cool. So anyway, I saw Aimee at the Vogue last Thursday, and it was phenomenal. She packed the house. It was a fantastic concert. I haven't been to a concert in quite a while, and I'll get into that later because I've been to many, many, many concerts, especially back in the 90s. But anyway, Aimee is truly a gifted singer songwriter, and I rank her as one of my top four favorite female singer songwriters of the 1990s. And yes, I know that Aimee Mann goes back even further than that, but she released some fantastic stuff in the 1990s. And along with her, I also rank her with Sarah McLachlan, Tori Amos, and Sheryl Crow. And yes, I've seen all of those in concert. Tori Amos, I've seen, I think, four times. Sarah McLachlan, at least three or four times. And Aimee twice. And I've seen Sheryl Crow once at the Mura in downtown Indianapolis. So, anyway, in addition to that, last Thursday and Friday, I stopped by an audio salon in Broad Ripple, and it was called Audio Solutions. And it was late. I thought they might be closed. It was probably a little after 5 o'clock, and I figured the doors would be closed. But lo and behold, I went up there, and it was open. And two really nice, great guys were in there. And they asked, of course, what was I looking for, anything in particular. And I just told them, no, I'm a music lover and an audiophile, and I just had never been there before, and I wanted to see some of the equipment that they had. Well, the co owner that owned the place ushered me into a room where my jaw dropped and hit the floor. For about the next 2 hours, he and I sat down in front of a $500,000 system, a little over $500,000, believe it or not. Four Mark Levinson power amps, a Dan D'Agostino preamp. I don't remember the name of the speakers, but they were killer. And there was $100,000 server serving up some stuff off the internet and streaming, and it was just pure bliss. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you because it was a fantastic 2 days. So anyway, with that said, we'll go ahead and get started today. And I've got 5 CDs that I want to bring to you today. And usually I have my videos that feature a genre or a particular kind of theme of music. Not today. These are things that I've simply been listening to of late. And there's a couple of artists that I have just been introduced to that blew my mind. And I wanted to share those with you today. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get started with artist number one. And of course, this one here, the CD that I've been listening to very recently, is Aimee Mann, Lost in Space. Now, this CD was what Aimee was in concert supporting. And this CD was released back in 2002, about 22 and a half years ago. And Aimee wanted to support this CD as kind of like a reunion of all those years ago. And I have to laugh because in concert, she was telling the audience in a joking manner that this is the most depressive and depressing CD she's ever made and written. But I got to tell you, it's one of her best. And um, before I get into the CD itself, I got to tell you, this CD back in 2002 helped me through a very difficult period. I had some major losses in my life, and I was really down. I was very depressed. And there's a couple of songs in particular that stand out on this CD that really helped me through a very difficult period. And God bless Aimee for doing this album because it was what I needed to hear when I needed to hear it. But anyway, Lost in Space is a fantastic CD. And Aimee on this, I could tell that she was probably in a depressive state herself and was probably battling through a lot of turmoil in her life. I know I was back in 2002, 2003, and I can certainly relate to that. But anyway, this is a fantastic CD. Aimee is truly a gifted lyricist. I have nearly all her CDs, and I've even got her first LP, which she did in the group Till Tuesday. And that takes me back to 1985 when I first heard that. And I was vacationing in Marco Island, Florida with my girlfriend at the time. And I was sitting on a balcony overlooking the ocean, and a couple of pelicans flew in while I heard Hush Hush, Voices Carry on the radio. And that memory still lingers in my mind. It was that clear and just that touching all the way back then. But anyway, Aimee Mann is a gifted singer and songwriter. And this is one of my favorite CDs by her. And if you've not heard it, you owe yourself, do yourself a favor to listen to it because it's fabulous. The last two songs on here are my very favorites, and those are The Moth and It's Not. And the last song on the CD, It's Not, has brought me to tears more than once. And if I'm really in that mood, in a down mood, or just feeling down about things going on, that song can really touch me deeply. And of course, hearing it in concert last Thursday, fantastic. Mesmerizing, in fact. So, anyway, that's Aimee Mann, Lost in Space, that I've listened to only a couple of days ago. And all right, I can't resist this. I'm going to share with you some of the Aimee Mann CDs that I've got. This is with Till Tuesday. This one is Everything's Different Now. This is her second CD that I've got, Till Tuesday. And this is Welcome Home. Now this one is one of my very favorite Aimee CDs of all time. And she's at the top of her game with her songwriting on this. It's fantastic, and it's also one of the best sounding CDs that I've got by Aimee. It is I'm With Stupid. Killer. This came out in 1996. This one right here is a fantastic album, CD, and it's one of my very favorites by Aimee. This is Bachelor number 2. This CD is absolutely killer from beginning to end. No skippable tracks. Then a couple of her more recent ones that I've gotten is The Forgotten Arm and the blankety blank blank smilers. And so those are some Aimee CDs that I've got. Not going to review them today, but just to kind of throw them out there so you can be aware of some of the other things that she's done that are really magnificent and worth your attention. Okay, we're going to go on to the next CD that I've been listening to recently. In fact, I just got this about a week ago, and it's been on constant rotation on my CD turntable, and that is Phoenix Alpha Zulu. Now this is kind of an amazing band because Alpha Zulu is their latest release. This came out in 2022, right in the heart of the pandemic that we were going through, the COVID pandemic. And Phoenix has been around for 25 years. And, you know, some bands, they don't last but 3, 4, 5 years. With the Beatles, they lasted 8 years. And as years go on and time goes on, oftentimes there's turmoil within the band. There are egos that clash, etc. And the next thing you know, a band breaks up. But this band, Phoenix, has been together for 25 years, and they have the original members that have been there. Nobody's ever entered or left during that time period. And all these guys are friends. And they've been friends since they were teenagers. That's kind of amazing. But anyway, what's special about this CD is Alpha Zulu was recorded, believe it or not, in 2022. They're a French group, by the way, but they sing in English, and you'd probably never know they're French based on their lyrics and their singing. But this was recorded at night in the Louvre in Paris. And right in smack dab in the middle of the pandemic in 2022, there they were, finding themselves inside the Louvre recording this CD. And man, oh man, it is fantastic. There are no skippable tracks on this. Every song just flows, highly melodic, filled with hooks, great vocals, great harmonies. And this is really French cool. It's, to me, melodic perfection, and it's combined with that kind of experimentation that makes this CD just work. And this results in a highly listenable CD. It's pop, it's rock, but probably the most paramount is melody. And I am a sucker for melody, and this thing has it in spades. So if you've not heard Phoenix Alpha Zulu, do give it a try. This one right here is one of my very favorite, most recent CDs that I have just kind of been introduced to. And it has excellent sound quality, definitely audiophile quality, and it's just a whisker away from being demo quality. It's that good. No skippable tracks, killer from beginning to end. Phoenix Alpha Zulu. Okay. The next one that I'm going to talk about today is an artist I was completely unfamiliar with. I just happened to stumble across her music and heard it over YouTube, and my jaw hit the ground. I'd never heard of her. I'd never heard anything by her, and she's been around. This was actually her debut CD, and this came out in 2012. Who am I talking about? Well, this is zzward Till the Casket Drops from 2012. Now, this thing is absolutely killer. I'll just tell you right now, flat out, it's killer. This has demonstration quality sound, wall-to-wall sound, floor-to-ceiling sound, huge soundstage, 3D soundstage, great detail. And ZZ's voice is in the room with you. And hard to describe the kind of genre that this fits in because it's all over the place. But this is a mixture of blues, it's a mixture of soul, it's a mixture of hip hop, and even rhythm and blues. And you mix all of those things together and you get zzward. I, honest to goodness, don't know why she is not more popular than what she is, or why she's not got a wider following, because lyrically, she's fantastic. Her singing ability, she's got this authoritative quality to her voice that can fill a room, and it's just mesmerizing. It just pulls you in. Truly captivating sound. Now, this CD is super fun, and it is a very soulful CD. Um, it has more hooks in it than a tackle box. I mean, every song just flows. There's not a bad song on it. There are no skippable tracks. This is a perfect CD in every way, just like the Phoenix CD that I described earlier. And the entire album is simply a blast. Uh, she has those arresting vocals that really grab your attention and never let go. It's upbeat, it's positive, um, it's killer music. It truly is. And what a gifted artist she truly is. So if you've never heard zzward, do give her a chance, because, like I said, I just discovered her about a week ago, and love, love, love this CD, because it is hook filled, it's melodic, it's moving, and it's just fun. It's just fun. So do give it a try. zzward till the casket drops. Okay, the next one that I want to talk about today is another artist that I happened to stumble on, and I had never heard of her before, but through another YouTuber, I stumbled upon her, and from the very moment that I heard her sing and play the mandolin and listen to her music, I was completely engaged and completely mesmerized. Now, who am I talking about? Well, this is Sierrahull, a tiptoe high wire, and this came out just this year. She's a mandolin player, and she might have the fastest hands, I don't know, this side of any gunslinger that you could ever imagine or name. Um, I can't imagine anybody playing a mandolin with more authority or better than Sierrahull. Um, in fact, there's a track on this that Bella Fleck joins her on, and she keeps up with him on um, his instrument stroke for stroke. I mean, it's amazing how fast and how talented she is at the mastering of the mandolin. But anyway, Sierrahull is principally a bluegrass player, but I would liken this as progressive bluegrass. Um, and there are shades of other bluegrass players like, oh, I can't think of her name right now. I'll get to it later if I can think of it. But there are also elements of jazz on this, there's elements of folk on this, and it's just this beautiful mixture. And I've got to tell you that, I'm already starting to try to compile my list of best artists releases that I've heard in the year 2025. And this one is at the top of the list right now. Any others that I hear from this point till the end of the year are going to have to beat this one, because this one right here is number one. Musically, sonically, this thing, sound quality wise, it is demonstration quality all the way. Sierra is in the room with you. You can hear her fingers and whatever she's using to pluck the strings on her mandolin. Oh my gosh, it's incredible. And the other musicians, the other instruments on this, it's just got this huge soundstage, and it's very clear and very lifelike and very realistic. It's wonderful stuff. Every song is killer, every one. And there's not a skippable track. This is yet another perfect CD in every way. And if you've not heard her, you owe yourself a listen, because you're going to be hearing more from her in the future, because she is a true talent. And I'm telling you, she is gifted on the mandolin in a way that has just grabbed me and won't let me go. So on this, she combines all of these things. She's got these sparkling vocals, instrumental savvy, and just lyrical brilliance. And you combine all those things together, and you've got yourself a perfect album, and that's exactly what this is. So give her a try because she's worth it. And again, this is going to be at somewhere in my list of the best releases of 2025. And as of this time, halfway through the year, it's number one. Sierrahull, a tiptoe high wire. Check it out. Okay, the last one that I'm going to feature today, about a week and a half ago, I happened to be shopping for used CDs in Avon, Indiana, at a half-price bookstore. And I came across one, and I've got some stuff by this artist, but this one kind of caught my eye because this one was on Monument Records. And I got to tell you, back when I was a record collector and I was trying to get albums by this guy on the original Monument pressings, almost impossible. Never did find them. But this one's going to make up for it. Now, who am I talking about? Well, this is Roy Orbison, and this CD is the very best of Roy Orbison. Now, I'm not going to get into a lot of Roy's background or anything else, but I got to tell you, he's a favorite of mine from the 1960s. And this has been on constant rotation in my listening on my CD transport for 2 weeks, ever since I've got it. I have never heard Roy and his voice sound so natural, so realistic, and so in the room with you. And that's because this CD came from the original Monument records that he released back in the 60s. But more than that, Legacy Records redid this and reissued these with absolutely stunning sound quality. Now, keep in mind, these are 60s recordings, so they didn't quite match demonstration quality sound, but they are way deep in audiophile quality sound. Warm, rich vocals. Roy's voice is in the room with you. His guitar is just clean and clear and detailed, and the drums have heft to them and weight to them. Everything sounds so realistic and natural. Like I said, I've got other things by Roy, but this greatest hits comp beats anything else I've got sound quality wise in my entire collection. And I am so grateful that I picked this up, and I think I paid a grand total of $3 for this, and I would have paid triple that and not even blinked an eye. So anyway, if you're a Roy Orbison fan and you love CDs and you want to hear his music and voice at its best, do check this out because this legacy recording is absolutely killer. Roy Orbison, the very best of. Okay, that's it for today, folks. This video is maybe a little longer than I meant to do, but I apologize for that. I had to share with you some of my previous experiences from about a week and 2 weeks ago. So anyway, I do greatly appreciate all of you that take the time out of your day to stop and listen to my channel, watch my channel. And if you found something on here that piques your interest or something that you might like to check out and enjoy, please do give me a like and subscribe because that really helps my channel out. And it does help me to bring to you all of these great releases that I come across. And like I said, this is a little different video because these are things that have been spinning on my CD transport over the last week and a half or so. And some of these are just must-have. And 3 new artists I'd never heard of before and stumbled across, and they are absolutely fantastic and worth your listen. So anyway, thanks everybody, and do put in the comments what are you listening to, and what are some of the most recent pieces of music that have been spinning in your collection. I would like you to share those with me and the other viewers here so we can all see those and enjoy them. Thank you very much. And until next time, happy music listening.